Listen, the most profitable businesses currently in the market are getting daily new clients, not because their service is special, not because they have luck. They have a successful client flow because they know this one trick that moves money and that you're probably not even aware of. So today I will show you how to copy and steal this one piece that literally gets businesses from broke to making six figures. So what is it? It's having an offer that your clients can't say no to. And I'm not speaking about those crazy guarantees, the irresistible offers, the Alex Hormozi offers where you're afraid to give the guarantees, how exaggerated that is. Your offer should be boring and simple, but we get to that in a second. First of all, how do I even know this? For the past 4 years, I've been creating offers daily. I own my digital marketing agency where I change the services that I offer from web design to making content, organic content, to finally landing on lead generation for construction companies. And I also changed a lot of niches where I had success on getting them the right qualified leads almost every time. I probably made over 4,000 variations of the ads where I present a direct offer for myself, for my agency, for all of my clients from all the various niches. On top of all of that, I literally had a client last month closing 300K from the offer that I created for them. On top of all of that, I'm doing coaching for other agency owners from various niches and helping them to package their service into a desirable offer so they can present that to their ideal clients. So after we crack the offer for their agency, they do the same thing for their own clients and they have success. So it's a multi-layer thing where I do basically offers every day. And what I keep seeing as a common issue is that it's not that the service is bad for people that I start to work with, it's that their offer sucks. People focus on improving their service and they forget that the offer is the first thing that people come onto when they have an encounter with their brand. And that's exactly why they always struggle to get new clients in. No matter how good their service is, no matter how much they improve their service and the delivery, if you don't improve your offer, nobody is going to come inside. So businesses stay stuck here for years and years unless they fix the issue of the offer. And once you reframe your offer, literally everything changes. So the only thing that differentiates business that makes 2K per month and 50K per month is how they package their offer and not the service. So today I will walk you through the exact same system that I go through with every one of my clients for the agency and every agency owner that I work with, where I'm able to extract the perfect ingredients to make the offer and then implement that offer in their brand so you can copy this for yourself. And it doesn't matter, do you offer agency services, do you freelance, do you do a local business, it doesn't really matter. This works the same way. The equation is always the same. So let's name this whiteboard part how to sell your services on social media. But the main part is going to be how to make your offer. A first step is knowing your buyers. You really can't sell to anybody if you don't know what they want. So you have to figure out what the pains of your ideal clients are or what their desires are. Okay, and you need to learn to work on your empathy. If you can't understand the mind of your ideal prospects, you won't be able to make an offer for them because you won't understand what they need. You have to be able to ask the right questions so that you understand what they want. And often enough, they don't even know what they want. They're not aware where they are. So by asking the right questions, you can get that part out of them, right? It often happens to me in my agency. I always say, when I do the onboarding call, I say these questions will be really weird. So don't be, surprised that I ask these sort of weird questions. This is the thing that we need to make a good offer. The other important part, and the reason why you want to know your buyers, is you need to know and you want to know with who you don't want to work with, right? Who are the brokies? You need to find a way to differentiate the broke leads and the broke clients from the rich clients who have enough buying power to work with you, right? Because you don't want to be stuck and make the whole offer so that you get brokies coming in and you waste your time and you can't close them and it's just a nightmare to run it that way. After you truly understand who your ideal buyers are, not the broke ones, right? Because you can, for example, work with construction companies and you can say, I work with construction companies, I help them, but you can't help somebody who has 2 people working for them. You can only help people who have, let's say, 20 employees. So you have to find a way to know what problems do they have. Okay, moving on now. What problems do they have? After you really get to know who your buyers are, you have to find your offer. And the offer is, what do your clients get as a result of your service? It's not the service itself. For example, when I offer lead generation using Facebook ads and Instagram ads for construction companies, I never mention I do marketing. I never say I do ads. No Facebook, no social media. None of that is important because nobody cares how you get them results. But they do care that I get them 1 to 3 leads per day, right? They react on that. That's the offer. The offer are leads. They don't have to know how you get to the leads, right? You explain them that once they become your clients. But when you're creating the offer and the offer is there for somebody who is not your buyer still, they don't have to know how you get there and they don't care. They might have all the limited beliefs connected to running social media ads and social media marketing. So they don't even become your clients because you mentioned the wrong thing on your offer. So never mention the service. Always think in numbers and the results that you can get them. For example, I always think about days. I always think about weeks, number of leads that I could get them, number of views, number of customers, number of appointments, whatever you can get them so they can picture their business, how it's going to look like if they start to work with you. And that's your offer. Now let's speak about the offer statement. And it's simply a one sentence where you say everything that you do. It's a condensed explanation of your service. And there is a simple equation that I use, and you can change this afterwards, but this is something that you keep in your mind that you know where you are. And it goes, I help niche to get the result of your service in a time period. Okay, so for example, in my case, it's I help established construction companies get 1 to 3 qualified leads every day. Established construction companies goes for this sub-niching down because I know that I don't want to work just with construction companies because there is a lot of broke construction companies. I want to work only with established construction companies. And I can't even tell you how much of a change this made in the leads that I was getting. I was running paid ads to get myself clients in. And when I changed from construction companies and I added this established construction companies, the lead quality changed radically. I couldn't even believe that. But it's those simple things, right? Small things that you can't even see. The result of my service, it's not Facebook ads, it's not Instagram ads, it's 1 to 3 qualified leads. Okay, that's something that works for me. And I went for time period of every day. That's something that works well in my niche, but you should figure out for your niche what works the best for the clients. You can go for weeks, you can go for a month, you can go for 15 days, you can go for hours. I don't know what works for a niche. You have to test it out and find what works the best and what vibes the best, what gets you the best leads for your service. So now you have your buyers, you know who they are, you know with who you don't want to work with, you know who your ideal client is. You know what do they want, so you have the offer. So what to do with your niche or with your offer now? Well, you have to hope on social media. And I always go for Instagram and Facebook. You need to get off the freelance platforms when you're just one of the workers there, right? So if you're using Fiverr, if you're using Upwork, just get off that and start your own brand somewhere. You need to stop also relying on cold outreach, like cold calls, or in-person meetings. That's something that's okay for beginning. But once you continue to move on, you will be stuck if you rely on these things. Because when you speak about the freelance platforms, you're just one of the workers there, right? You're always bidding with other people who are lowering the prices. And there is just like a vastness of people who offer the same thing as you do. So there is no way to actually make your offer stand out. Everybody has special offers there. When you're relying on cold outreach or in-person meetings, you are in your own way at that point, right? And not everybody is going to buy once the first time they hear about you, right? You need the nurturing part. And the best way to do that is to have a social media presence. I use Facebook and Instagram. So you need to open up your social media profiles. If you offer a done for your service, it can be faceless. You could just run a business brand, run it as a personal brand. There is no need to make it a personal brand at the beginning. I found out actually for my niche, like for construction companies, they don't want to work with a personal brand. They want to work with actual business. So by running my agency profile on Instagram, I run it as a faceless brand, but I run it as a personal brand. I follow the same principles. I'm getting much better results. And I'm actually closing 2 clients per week just from DMs. Let me quickly explain you what I do here. So you have a logo, right? Make it professional, right? Don't make it something like in bright colors, whatever, make it professional. Inside of the bio, you write your offer. You have a link to your landing page or a link to a website, whatever you do. You have story highlights where you present your results from the past clients. If you don't have past clients, you can just show the results that you did for free for somebody, or just make a template or something. Let me tell you, the first time that I sold a website is I went to WordPress and I downloaded a template that was already there, screenshotted that and sent it into an email to a potential client. And I said, this is what I can potentially do for you. And they said yes. So you don't have to have any clients to have a nice story highlights. And in the pin post, you can say who you are, what your company is, what is special about your approach, and then have a case study right here. And that's everything that you need. By the way, I have a full breakdown on how you can run this faceless Instagram brand. It's going to be the first link below. It's a full tutorial, so you can go and check it out if you want to know more in details about this. After you set up your social media presence, you start to make content around your offer. You use stories, you use reels, and you use DMs. Now, there is one controversial thing where people think that they shouldn't be making offers every day, but I think you should make daily offers. The only question is where. There are 3 layers on which you can make your offers. The first place that you can present your offer is using paid ads. So you have your offer statement on paid ads and you run it for 6 to 10 euros per day. And basically, without you doing anything, Facebook is showing your offer to 1,000 potential eyes every day. The second place is using captions of reels and daily stories. And this happens when somebody becomes your followers. For example, somebody sees your offer on paid ads and they follow you or they DM you. So then they enter this nurturing part where you use the captions of your reels and you use the daily stories to present your offer. So at the end of the reels and at the end of daily stories, you can repeat your offer again and again until somebody decides to buy. And the last place, and this is the warmest place that you can do this, is in inbound DMs. After you chat with somebody and you see that they're potentially a client, and this is what I do, I just say it again, like, this is what I can do for you, this is my offer, do you want to check it out? And then I send them a VSL, but that's a different game now. Now, the support structure of your offer is using content. Okay, now what I do is I do 1 to 3 stories per day. I speak about the desires, problems that leads with buying power have. And at the end of every story flow, every day, I present my offer again. I'm annoying, but I don't care because everybody who followed me, they follow because they liked the offer. So the only thing I have to do at this point, in this middle part, is I have to speak about the desires. And I know that because I did diligently this part of knowing my buyers. I just have to speak about that. And at the end of the day, every day, say, if you want to get 1 to 3 leads per day, just contact me. And that's it. That's all that you need. And the expected funnel flow, if you run it this way, is first of all, you do the lead generation ads on Meta. You have a direct offer right there. Then you nurture them with stories and reels. You use daily offer exposure right there. And you do the messaging for the rich leads. You make them warmer. So anybody who didn't purchase immediately is going to get warmer here and eventually decide to buy. And then you sell them in DMs. So you qualify people by asking the question so you can see, like, are they really there for the offer? And then you say the offer again. So your business will keep failing until you fix your offer. But once you fix your offer, everything that I've spoken about here will be possible for you. And you will be able to close at least 2 clients every week. Again, if you want to check out how the whole funnel works, the first link down below, you can check out the full tutorial.